It's a really exciting time. I think that, for the last few years, we've had a lot of conversations about the evolution of the creator economy. But even when we've been talking about that historically, the trends we've been seeing have been pretty consistent. I think this year, what we're really going to start to see is an explosion and an evolution of the economy into new and differentiated monetization spaces. So what does that mean for different platforms? How do brands take advantage of that? And how are creators thinking about approaching content creation, building a business in a differentiated way?
Jenny, we think about the evolution of content on the whole. What are some of the trends that we're seeing in the space of content efficiency, content creation?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because you think about AI and you think about what are the debates around, should creators start using AI? Does that change their authenticity? But the other part around the broader content world is literally around what channels do you focus on? How much do you do? Is it about volume? Because it shouldn't be.
Right.
It should be about the effectiveness. And then the big one that we're seeing is all around geo. So generative engine optimization, it's the evolution of SEO. Are people finding your brands the same way? How does this impact creators? How do you think about content more holistically if people aren't using traditional methods to find your brand?
I'm glad you brought up geo because I think with the world of creator exploding, the onus on brands to have great branded communities has actually increased. Conventional wisdom would say if other people are telling your story, you don't have to build a community for your brand. It's actually now the opposite. We are now in the world of being genuine. How do we create real, genuine communities where the voices of the customer, the voices of the influential, the voices of the brand can live together in a meaningful way?
Like it used to be that like social and creator were these like separate line items on the plan, and now they're so integral to how that feeds into other places. So like, what does your creator strategy do for you, and how does that feed into your engine results in terms of what consumers are going, not just in terms of what they're scrolling and feed and seeing, but what they're seeking out in these generative engines that they're searching through?
What we're talking about now is the evolution of orchestration. And as marketers, what is the orchestration system that you are building to help manage the flow in and the flow out of content, being able to measure impact and ROI, being able to pivot and fail fast, all of those things?
I think brands have to focus on right now is the effectiveness of your content. Like it's not just, these are my channels, here's how we're doing, but actually how are each of them are performing? And are you able to be agile enough that you're making pivots, that you're changing your strategy? And you have to. You don't really have a choice in this economy anymore.
What is the biggest pitfall that we want to avoid with our clients right now?
I think that the questions that brands are asking themselves today is like, what is the right kind of structure for me to be putting out into the social space that's not only going to reach my consumers in the ways that they've expected to see my brand, but also like feed into those results. And I think that the GEO part of this is a huge question mark right now for a lot of brands. We've traditionally seen social and SEO working pretty siloed from one another. And I think that right now, the question for brands is like, who owns that decision making within, those marketing teams, and how do we bring those teams together in ways that are really effective and feed into our content strategies?
I really hate that AI has become such a cliche phrase, as even agents has now. But I will tell you, we've moved beyond the let's just try these small pilots, and we've moved into real transformation. I see 3 reasons why those don't go well. One of them is that there weren't clear expectations on the ROI. It takes a lot longer than you think to see the return on that investment of AI. I'll say the second one is maybe not picking the right use cases for what you're trying to achieve, because there's so many. Someone could be like, what could I do with AI? And it could literally be everything. And then the last one is the people, it's adoption of what you're doing, because what we see doesn't work well is just, hey guys, guess what? Here's this new tool and you are now going to use it in your job.
No.
You need to have them a part of that solution. And the change management has to be so intentional, and oftentimes it ends up like kind of the afterthought.
I do think that like part of the question is also understanding where is the point in the process where I'm building in agentic where there's still human intervention.
Absolutely.
I think AI is giving creators the ability to fail fast. And that is so critical. It's so fascinating to me because technology, data, creativity, the holy trinity of effective marketing are accelerators, they are amplifiers, they are safety nets, but they are also necessary in driving innovation.
I will say that's the most common question that brands say is like, where am I against who they view as their competition or just who's doing it well in marketing,
Right.
not even in their sector. And what I say to all of them is marketing in general is actually behind. It's behind the tech. The tech is advanced further than marketing orders because it's complicated. Like you
Right.
said,
Right.
it's not an easy button. It's not like a quick transformation. It is complicated.
We're going to look back on 2026 and see it as the most transformative year in the space of marketing. I'm really pumped for that because as someone who's been in the industries, the social and creator industry since the beginning, like this is just such an awesome opportunity to get onto that next curve and help our clients be successful.